We're here at the workbench with Dave, and Dave, we're going to talk trolling 101 today.
Yeah, you know, it's summertime and everybody's getting ready to go out there and try to catch their dolphins and wahoos and tunas and whatnot because, you know, it's summer and usually it lays down. It's usually a lot nicer for everybody. So first thing you want to do is, because the ocean is a giant empty and you've got a ton of water to choose from, the first thing you want to do is you want to invest in getting a fish finding service like Hilton's or Roth's. Satellite service that'll pinpoint an area where you can start. So when you leave in the morning, you said, okay, we're going to head 25 miles out this way, or 30 miles or 60 miles or 120 miles, you know, that's where we're going to have to start today.
You know, it's interesting you say that, because a lot of guys that don't have that service, they think, oh, we'll just run, and we'll see something. Sometimes they miss it.
Yeah, you'll go over it.
Yeah, and you go past it, and you run right past the fish.
Exactly. And Hilton's, if you get out to Hilton's or Roth's, you get out to where you think they said it was, you can get on the phone and say, hey, there's nothing here. They say, well, over the night it moved this way.
A little bit.
And they'll send you on your way.
Currents never stop. So where do we start? We put baits out, we put lures out?
Well, if you're in the Gulf of Mexico, we want to start with lures because we got to cover ground. You know, there's not a million fish out there. You know, we want to try to get in that one good spot, and then we want to try to pull our lures at good speed, 8 knots, you know, somewhere we can cover a lot of ground. If we see some live baits in the water or a weed line or something, we can slow down and put a dead bait lure combo out. And then if we see a fish like a marlin eating, or we mark a big fish over a mountain or something, that's when we put the live baits out. We'll stop completely and put a live bait out.
Work the area very thoroughly.
Correct, because all those things, lures, worst hookup ratio, bait lure combo, a little bit better, live bait, the best.
The best.
So that's what you want to do there. You want to put out, when you're putting your baits out, when you first start out, put all your long baits out first. You know, work your way back to the boat. That way you're not weaving in. I've seen guys put their short stuff out and then having to weave past, or they put all their, you know, teasers too, and then and they're trying to weave all this stuff out through there, and you know, it's a pain in the butt.
This thing looks great in the water, but there's no hooks in it.
That's right.
So the teaser goes in last.
Yeah,
if you're going to put the teaser in first, you might as well grab the gaff before the teaser. You're doing it wrong, right?
And it's one of my peeves when I see the guys put all the teasers out first with no hooks in them, because you know we might pull a fish up and we got nothing out for him to eat that teaser. What we got?
Yeah,
we're going to have to pitch real quickly. You know. Also, you want to put your big baits in close. You know, obviously they pull a little better from a lower angle. A big lure does, and it's not pulling against your outriggers really heavy. You know, when you have a big lure like this heavy lure right here, you know, you don't want to. You know, you could pull that one from a medium. Yeah, you could pull that from your medium, your short rigger. So but you probably wouldn't want to pull that.
On your board, this goes where?
This one would be on the shorts.
So you're getting it right in there.
Maybe up to here. But the reason I have this board up here is because you when you put all your lures out, starting from the little ones to the big ones in here, you want to make sure that they're all parallel. See how these are all even? You don't want them staggered, because if I go to make a turn when I get a bite, then those lines will cross, because they're not the same length. It'll cross like this when I go to make a turn. And what I want to do when I hook any fish is dolphin, everything except for a wahoo. I really don't like to turn too much on a wahoo, but I do a lot anyway, just because it's ingrained in me now.
Right.
When I hook a fish and I see the fish taking off this way, I'm going to do a slow turn that way towards that fish. Have the angler winding the slack to keep tight. That way I can pull in all the stuff that I have on the inside of that turn, leave all the stuff out on the outside, and keep fishing for doubles and triples. Nobody's ever caught a double or a triple. The first bite they get, let's reel everything in and then start backing up. Then there's fish with him. There's fish. Well, it's too late now because we don't have nothing left in the water, and we're going backwards instead of forward.
Smaller baits outside, bigger baits inside.
Right.
Where do you like to run the lure? On the face of the wave, on the crest of the wave, or on the back side of the wave?
Well, usually you want it to be where you can see it the best. I don't think a lot of guys, the lure makers, will say, my lures work better on the front or on the back side. A good lure is going to run straight and going to stay in the water at the speeds that I'm wanting to go.
Right.
And that's all I care about what it does.
So as long as you can see it, that's all you're concerned about.
As long as I can see it. When people say, how far back do you want to put your stuff? I want the captain to be able to see the lure or the bait easily and be able to see the spot behind it, so that he can tell the anglers, hey, we've got a fish up behind the left long. We have a fish up behind the right long.
Gotcha.
Because we catch fish a lot easier that way.
That was a whole lot to cram into a couple of minutes.
My mouth is dry.
Hopefully you guys and gals out there caught all that. If not, you can always watch the show over again. Now we're going to go find out where Brie wants to take us next. Where are we going, Brie?
Rewind.